Kind of doing a impromptu live stream for the moment. I've kind of had the idea that I wanted to do a live stream about this for a while. I don't know if anybody is going to actually watch this, but I don't really care. If you ain't gonna watch it, it ain't for you. I don't really stream on this channel like I used to on my old channel anyway, so I don't really expect much viewership at all. But hey, we're here. So what I'm gonna do, or rather, maybe I should explain what exactly is going on here. So, I have this big folder. Well, actually, let me back up even more. So, something that I've always been really bothered by is the fact that Roblox does not offer any sort of download link to all of your user data. I think that that might be some kind of violation of something somewhere. It must be. Because most websites, especially big websites that are like social media platforms, allow you to download everything you have put into a website. Like Facebook allows you to download your entire user data archive. Twitter allows you to download, or X or whatever, allows you to download your whole user data archive. And so I never understood why Roblox doesn't offer like a download link to all of my user data, because I've got so many things that have contributed to that website and I just simply cannot access them all at once. And I still can't to this day. I know that there's plenty of things that I made as a kid that I cannot access anymore because I uploaded them to the website. And throughout the years, I used to upload models. I would upload so many models to the website. And at some point in my life, I was like, oh, that's cringe. I didn't call it cringe, but that was kind of the same like vibe. Was I like called it idiotic. I called it stupid that I had all of these things and I didn't want any of them. I was like, oh, I made that when I was 12. I'm never going to want that ever again. And I deleted every single model from my inventory. Which was the dumbest thing I've ever done, because now I've got all this stuff and it is just simply, I don't want to call it gone because it still exists. But if you were to sift through every single asset on the Roblox website and see which ones were created by me, you would get a lot of things that I don't even know exist anymore. So, yeah. So anyway, I did the next best thing, and I have a archive of the first 10 places on my account, and I backed up every single existing version of all 10 places. Now, I have more than 10 places on my account, obviously, but I feel like at the point in my life where I got the ability to make more places, I'd gone too far. I was too far deep. Maybe not. I don't really know. But that's a topic for another day. There's already enough content here. I'm talking like hundreds of versions for each place. And what I used to do was I would log on and I would delete. Well, because you had to kind of like optimize, right? Because if you had Builders Club, you had 10 places. And so you'd have to optimize what you wanted on your profile and what you didn't want on your profile. So I'd go on and I would delete whatever game wasn't raking in plays, and then I would update it with whatever my new game was. And so there are many different variations of things that I made throughout the years just stored in these version histories. And honestly, like, if I were to sift through these on the website, there's no way I would see everything. But what I did was I found out how the Roblox like versioning system works, and I wrote a little program that would force a download for every single place of mine, and it would go through every single version until it couldn't continue. It would just go version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, and it would just download every single one of them until it hit a point where it couldn't download anymore. And so that's what I did for the 10 places. Eventually, at some point in my life, I got Turbo Builders Club, and then that let you have, I think that it was 35 places. And then there was Outrageous Builders Club, which let you have 60 places, I think, was the number, if I can remember correctly. And at that point, you know, at some point in my life, I want to say it was like 2011 or 2012, I started getting, like, irony poisoned. And everything that I was doing on Roblox was just kind of, like, laced in this sense of irony and, what's the word? Like, just not taking things very seriously. Which, obviously, I never really took Roblox seriously. I'm not going to put it that way. But it was more like, I'd log on with my friends and we would just, you know, we do a little trolling. It wouldn't be like legitimately logging on and making something fun and exciting in Roblox. It was, I'm logging on and I'm renaming my place to Who Killed Bill Gates Obby, and the actual game itself is, like, not even an obstacle course. And it's just like a weird convoluted mishmash of stuff that me and my friends thought were funny. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like, it wasn't like, I don't know, like, it wasn't like genuine. So I don't really have a lot of interest in that. Maybe if I get a little bit older, I'll have more interest in that period of my life, but as of right now, I don't want to say that I'm particularly interested in that. But anyway, I'm going to just start with the, I'm going to just start with the first place, and I'm going to kind of go down the version list, and, you'll see everything as it kind of evolves. So this was the place that, little old me would have been seeing, logging on August 28th, 2008. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yes, you can. So, this is, the default starter place. Obviously, you've all maybe seen it. I don't really remember what my initial thoughts on Roblox were. I don't really remember how I handled having a place like this. I remember walking around and being like, whoa, what's all this? And I remember doing this and reading these signs and trying to understand, like, what was what, basically. And I remember looking at a sign like this and seeing this, and I think I saw that it said, like, Pro Builders, and I'm like, oh, I'm not a Pro Builder, I don't care about that. And so I walked away. But I did know about this insert menu, which obviously no longer works. But the insert menu let you load up a section called Free Models. And the Free Models section was, you just log on and you paste in things that other people made. And so that's kind of what I did for a while, because I didn't really understand how to properly make things. So, this is version 2. I don't think we're actually getting into the meat and potatoes yet, you'll see. I don't think I really did anything here besides copy a brick a few times, and then for some reason I saved it. So, that's that. So this is the first version that actually has something going on in it. And I'm going to just say it's really, really laggy. Don't entirely know why. So laggy, in fact, that I think I am going to actually pause it in the studio, because there's some kind of a script running that's absolutely decimating my frame rate, and I don't really know what it is. But there are a lot of little tiny frog creature models, you can see right here, and they just kind of walk around. And I think what that is a... Yeah, if I can just grab that and pull it over here. I think what that is just a figure. Oops. I think it's just a figure that's scripted to walk around, but it's mostly just invisible except for the leg. And I'm going to reveal its true Super Smash Gym. And these all have the same script in them, and I don't know if you can actually see the script. Probably not. No. Okay. But anyway, in it, it just kind of is programmed to walk around. Yeah. And it's really laggy, so I'm actually going to delete them, because I want to explore this map besides these guys that won't kill my frame rate. Oh man, that's still really bad. I don't know what it is. There's just like something in this level that my computer just really does not like. And I mean, this is, we're talking a game that runs on like a single core here. So like, naturally it runs pretty garbage. I can't really figure out what is making this game run so bad. So I think what I'm going to do instead is just move on to the next one. At some point we're going to get music, and when we get to that point I'll turn off the background music. It might be this version. Yep, we're already there with the music. Okay, again, this is extremely laggy for some reason. We're hearing Mario music. It's frozen right now on my end. It's completely frozen. I don't know how my computer handled this back in the day, but I'm going to load the next version and see if that one works better. It doesn't seem to be much different. Still frozen. Well, anyway, I'll give you a brief look at what I'm seeing with verbally. It's just a white skybox. I'm standing above the spawn point. There are a lot of frogs. That's that. It also completely froze the game entirely, so that's cool. I'm going to skip forward a few versions. We're going to go to version 11, where it's the file size is increasing dramatically. I got a pretty bad feeling this isn't even going to load at all. You can hear it. I'm actually going to skip to the newest version of this specific map. You can see the file size goes up from 3 megabytes up to 40 megabytes throughout 23 different versions, and then at some point I determined that I was done with it and I wasn't going to work on it anymore, and I reset it. I don't know what date that was, but if it'll load, this is the last version. Mega anti-lag script. It's completely frozen. Maybe I'll load this in modern Roblox and see if that works. Anti-lag scripts. Here's a brief look into my twisted, dark reality of being a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, something like that. Somewhere in between the ages of 10 and 12. Is this working? Yes, it is. Okay. So, again, this is extremely laggy. Actually, you know what? Maybe I could just open this in the old studio? Maybe that would work better. Hold on, let me see if I can do that. Rather than opening it up to play it, I could just open up the map itself and just kind of look around. Because if there's no scripts running, then it should, in theory, just load. Right? It's really struggling. Okay, well, I'll just load it in the current game. I guess that's the closest we're going to get to actually seeing what this looked like. I don't really like how the current game renders this. It doesn't really feel authentic, but what can you do? So, I remember there were some certain aspects of this map that no longer... There we go. Okay. There are certain aspects of this map that no longer have been maintained. So you spawned here, and there's Ingy eating a cookie, whatever that is. Mario. The word back. And I think that what I was doing at this point was just looking up random things that I liked or thought were funny. And then what I would do is just, I would just like place them around without any rhyme or reason. Obviously, because I didn't really understand what I was doing. So I'd look up like Bowser and I'd just place whatever this thing is. And if I didn't like it, I didn't really know how to remove it besides using the delete tool. So I would have to manually take my hammer and delete every single part of it just to get them to go away, which I wasn't really keen on doing, obviously, because there's so much stuff that's just still here. I believe that one of the things that I used to look up a lot was Tamagotchi, and there were a very limited amount of options for models under the name Tamagotchi. There were these guys that somebody made. I believe this tower was something related to Tamagotchi, or Trico. I was obsessed with Trico, the Pokemon. which you can see right here. The Pikachu, another Trico. I think that's a shiny Trico. Goombas were really popular. I remember these guys all had faces, but they're not loading in current Roblox because screw you, I guess. Crash Bandicoot Yu-Gi-Oh card. I remember the top of this base plate had a giant Luigi. It was like Luigi from Hotel Mario, and he was like pointing when he goes, you gotta help us. It was like him pointing. And I think it was literally just called the Gay Luigi, and they just didn't censor it. So that was funny. This was a badge back in the day. I don't know what these are. These are like roleplay caves. Anyway, I remember a very specific aspect of this game is that I accidentally deleted the tools in the starter pack at some point. And I don't really feel like opening up all these versions to check which version exactly that was. But I remember at some point I deleted the copy, delete, and move tools somehow. Like I found out how to open the Explorer, and I deleted the in-game tools. And so all of a sudden one of my main, like, pieces of my arsenal just completely stopped working. And I remember I was in the car and I told my mom about it, and she was just like, well, that sucks. Yeah, anyway, I don't think that there's that much to say here about this. I had this obsession with this toaster. I just keep jumping into it and spawning toast all over the place, and there's no despawn script. It just stayed there forever. I think I put these random decals on the toast for some reason. Lee. Wimpotron robot. Completely destroyed. Some kind of... I'm surprised a lot of these assets still load. Okay, enough of this place. I've seen enough. So then here is the next place before I reset it again. The final version of it. I guess for some reason I loaded this into here. This doesn't really seem right to me. But this, whatever this is titled Coochie Boy, which was my old username. So, obviously I did play on this map at some point. Don't really know. I'm gonna go back a version. This is version 26. The one that you were just looking at was 27. Okay, I don't know what that is. What the hell? It's just a really fast rainbow that just goes in circles. Okay. I'm gonna go to version 25 and see if it gives any hints to what was going on here. Okay, we have the same map. How strange. Okay. Let's go to version 29. Version 28 is just an empty base plate. Oh! Good music. Disco floor. Not really much to say about this, to be honest. I think that this might have been the first time that I ever heard town.mid. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Let's see what kinds of grand improvements I made in version 30. We have a house with a face. We have weapons. We have a trowel that doesn't work. We have a pool. There's no more music. You can still turn the music back on. That's kind of cool how it splashes. I obviously didn't make that. Next. 31. Looks like the same thing. I can guarantee you that this face was supposed to be like a Tamagotchi. I think that this was one of the models that came up when you searched Tamagotchi on free models. That's supposed to be like Kuchipachi with his lips. Or whatever. Did I fix the trowel? I did not fix the trowel. What a loser. Next. Version 32 has hiked up to 19 megabytes, so I obviously did something with this. Of interest. Oh, we have a music box. I don't think any of these work. That's all I added. Version 33 hikes back down to 3 megabytes. I think that this might be... Oh, I went back. I went back a version. I didn't like the music box, so I removed it entirely in favor of this building set, which I remember was used in this old game that I used to play called... It was like a Pokemon, like be a Pokemon and build your life or something like that. And it had this exact set of bricks. And I was just inspired to use that same one here. That's where I met some of my first Roblox friends, was on this like weird kind of roleplay game. I think I was just kind of obsessed with this idea of having what that Pokemon place was to me, which was just kind of like an open world, do whatever you want kind of game. I never fixed the trowel. This version has gone up 5 kilobytes. Still did not fix the trowel. It seems that there has been not much changed. Yeah, I don't really know what changed. Next. Version 35 has hiked down to 303 kilobytes. So either I reset it or I restarted everything. We have Lego Kid. And we have a giant blender. And we have a move tool. That was anticlimactic. Do it again. Wow. That was, kind of evil of me. Obviously, I knew what I was doing here. I just wanted to kill Lego Kid over and over again. With a giant blender. It's kind of, yeah, evil. Let's go forward a few versions. This one's 328 kilobytes. This guy's face texture, and why isn't it loading? Okay, for some reason this client isn't downloading assets properly, which is a little bit of a shame. Or maybe it's not downloading assets improperly. Maybe it's me. Not really sure. Oh well. Version 39. There's a lot of assets that are just straight up failing to download, and I don't really know why that's happening. So, here's a little fun fact, is that I actually have a, I've got like a proxy server running that just kind of redirects all of the content from the main website to my, I have a proxy server. And, I don't know why it's just failing to download, like, most of this stuff for some reason. Anything that's on the website, yeah, it's just failing to download entirely for some reason. Weird. Okay, I absolutely need to figure out what's going on with this. Hold on a second, gang. Yeah, most of the assets from today haven't been downloading at all. I'm gonna do a little bit of a refresh on those. See if that fixes anything. The water screen implies I'm doing something and there is no game to be viewed. It's bizarre. I don't know why this is refusing to download certain assets. Give me a minute. How odd. You're supposed to have like a face. Unknown format, huh? Jeez, guys, I might need to cut this short. I can't figure out why it's not loading any of the things from the website. That's no good. Dang. Okay, well, I might actually halt this for now and come back to this later because I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why it is not downloading things from the website. That's kind of a huge part of this. So, because there was like a whole, like a skybox here, and he had a face, and there's like stuff here, and it's failing to load all of it, which is not good. So I'm gonna go investigate what's going on. I might come back to this and try to stream this again at another time of day too. Thank you for tuning in for this 45-minute ordeal. I'll get back to this. I promise. I will.